Well, hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Taurus for the week of September 8th. Wow, I can't believe we're in September. And at this time, I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others. And of course, all the thumbs up on all the videos, and now the hypes. Thank you very much for doing all of that for me, as well as all the lovely comments. I do truly appreciate it all. Thank you again. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Very nice way to start. So starting at something again. Making a choice this week on something you've been thinking about for a while. You just haven't really figured out what angle you want to go at. Either a relationship or a new job. But you're beginning something here. You're understanding that the opportunities are right in front of you. And it's something that you've asked for. Like, this is a wish that you've asked for and it's presented itself. Now you have to make the hardest choice of all, is which one that you're going to partake in and move forward for your future. And the Empress, absolutely understanding that it's time. You want things to change. You want, a better way for yourself, a little more easier. So you're making some pretty big strides starting off here. This is abundance. You've nurtured it. You've brought it to life. And you're learning to believe in yourself again. You've accomplished something. This is your growth period. You're understanding that things are really starting to develop more for yourself. And the Death card, with the understanding of letting go of things from your past in order for you to move into your new future. This is an ending so that this new beginning can really take hold. This is your transformation. You're definitely changing within yourself as well as your surroundings, because it's time, and you're quite aware of this, that this cycle that you have been on for probably quite some years has needed to change. You just really haven't, stepped truly into this new future. But this week you're learning to do it. You're understanding that if you want what you can see in the future for yourself, you have to take this chance. 7 of Swords. You may have to, or 6 of Swords, pardon me. You may have to move, and some of you physically move to a different area in order to get what it is that you're desiring for your life, for your future. What you have already accomplished, you want it to continue to grow. And the only way that you can see that is to not only, leave behind and make this change, but releasing excess baggage, stuff that don't serve you anymore. And you're more than willing to do it. You've just been procrastinating for a while, and now you're realizing that if you wanted this to go any farther, you're going to have to take a different direction at it. Start going with the flow instead of against the current. You're tired, and I don't blame you. You've been doing that for a while, and now you're realizing that you want peace of mind, you want better finances, you want your future to be more brighter, and you're realizing that sometimes you have to give up the past in order to move into this new future. And the Page of Swords, there comes your good news. This is a new beginning for sure for many of you. You're full of new ideas, you have creative thoughts, things that you're envisioning the way you want it to go. There's a new way of communicating with people, and it is going to release you from holding back anymore, from holding yourself back as well. And it's taken a lot of mental energy, for you to come to this conclusion for yourself. But once you make that choice, you don't turn around. And the Star card, look at you standing out moving forward in the future, understanding things are about to change for your better. This is your hopes. You know, you have faith in this, and you're feeling more inspired by it, you know, for each step that you're taking this week going forward, and it's panning out the way you had hoped it would. It's giving you that more optimism to try other things, change other directions. So these are good omens coming in for you, showing you that if you come over this way, you're going to have what you have desired for a while. And the Magician. Yeah, you're determined to succeed. And you're willing to do what it takes now to have it in your life. You know, whether that's a job, a person, a new home, whatever it takes, you're willing to take those steps now. You've wanted this, you've desired this, you've even dreamt about this in some cases for quite a long time, and now you can see the light over there and you're headed for it. You're determined to succeed at what it is that you want, and it's taken you a lot of willpower to muster up enough courage within yourself to admit it's time to change. It's time to make those dreams, desires that you have been aiming for so long, and realize that where you're at is not going to complete that dream. You have to move in a new direction in order to receive it. And that's what you're doing. You're willing to take the risk now and try at least to see whether it is good for you or not. And the High Priestess, yeah, you're definitely making some big choices. You know, you're balancing things out in your life. You're in a good form of mind. You're not over-stressing. You're not over-worrying. But you are trusting yourself more. Understanding that the more you strive for something, the easier it is becoming, because it was probably your destiny for quite some time. Now you're understanding that it is just about to begin again for you in a new direction. Something that, like I said, you've wanted, needed, and desired. And you're willing to sit back and allow it to happen a little bit more. You know, not always pushing, trying to get this to happen for you. You're willing to understand that you've already taken the steps now for this new adventure, this new beginning, the new opportunities. You just have to give it time. It's marinated long enough. It will come to light very soon. So you're feeling more in balance with your life and your choices. And when you do that, it allows the universe to bring them to you much more smoothly, and you can see them and recognize them instead of, you know, worrying about that if I do this, this is going to happen. You know, that sort of stuff. You're letting that happen more naturally. And the Ten of Swords, yeah, it's taken you a lot to get here. And you've had your unfair, you know, judgments, betrayals, people letting you down, somebody that you really thought had your back, like they were on your side, you know, they've seen your point of views, your way of life, all that sort of thing. But now they've reared their ugly head and you've been betrayed. And it really knocked the bloody wind out of your sail. This betrayal caused you a loss of something. And it really has left a profound mark now. Really wounded you badly. And you've held yourself back ever since. Now this could have been in the past as well. And you're just picking yourself up again to realize that the only one who's going to care and change anything is yourself. So you're picking yourself back up, dusting yourself off, realizing that you need to make a change. In order for your dreams to become a reality, you have to let go of that. You have to let go of the past, the people, and especially that person. You are, boy, so done. You're so much wiser now. And you're realizing that you will accomplish what your dream is because you are determined, not so much as to prove it to whoever, it's to prove it to yourself. So with the wisdom comes the freedom, because now you know which way you got to go, what the sacrifices are you have to make, but you're okay with it. You're not overanalyzing it or worrying about it. You know it's time. Yeah, and the shadow. Yeah, the negative thinking, the setbacks, the holdbacks, feeling that you know, are just stuck, and you're not. You're thinking too much in your head and not taking enough action to change things. So we're in a repeat cycle for quite some time, and now you're realizing that in order to change your surroundings and your future, you have to change the way you think. And that's not always easy, but you will step out of those shadows and into the light, because you're starting to realize yourself what has been holding you in that one position for so long, and you can release it now and have a different way of approaching so many things in your life going forward. Ooh, and the Two of Cups, very nice. Coming together of two like-minded people, places, things. This could be a new love connection for some of you. A new partnership of some sort is definitely coming in here for you. This could be a marriage proposal for others, so congratulations. But there is a real connection with another person. Somebody that you feel comfortable with again, and they with you. So you're definitely stepping out of this negative thoughts and period that had taken the wind out of your sails, that betrayal, and you shut yourself down. Now you're starting to realize that you can set yourself free from that. Begin again. Open up again. And that's what you've done here with the Two of Cups. You're accepting that there is better people, places, and things out there for you to go forward with. And you're accepting it. This is going to be a good partnership. Somebody who really understands you, gets along with you. This doesn't have to be somebody that you're married to or even living with or any of that. This can be just a very good friend. Somebody who really you connect with. You can tell them things. They tell you things. You just really bond. So wonderful. And the Emperor. Yeah, you're definitely taking charge of your life. You're understanding that the only one who can change anything in your life is yourself. And you're starting to own that. You're taking the leadership role in your life going forward. You know, you're stepped into your own power, I guess is what I'm seeing here for you. You know, you're focused, you figured things out, and you're in control of it all. And that's a pretty big step for you to realize that circumstances are happening only because you're not stepping into your own strength, but you are now doing that. You're realizing that in order for this to stop in all its entirety and begin in a new place, a new way, new jobs, new life, new friends, is to take that first step. Cut off what doesn't belong to you, set it free, and step into this future. And you're doing it quite happily because you're realizing it's time. And the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, look at that. There's a new opportunity, abundance, new beginning. You've manifested this, you've wanted it, and, you know, wish granted. There's no opportunity. Can be in a career, financial opportunity, which will help you to lift your status, live a little easier, not stress so much. This could be some money coming into some of you as well. You may have won a little bit of money, and it will help you set your future up. You know, help you to move if you're trying to move, or, you know, buy something, a new home, or just whatever it happens to be for you. You know, this is a new venture, a new future. more abundance, more opportunities, financial opportunities as well. For some of you, I think this is a new career. But you're definitely changing direction. You're moving forward here for your future. All right. So congratulations on all of that. Definitely is big steps for you going forward. All right. Being distracted and finally... Being distracted and failing to see the miracle opportunities. Taking someone or something for granted. Disconnected with life. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.